Alright, I know we were sad from losing to Liliana, but we got Mad Science, which is a way easier opponent, so that's cool. We need an easier opponent. One with, only one win condition rather than a card that destroys basically everything in our deck. Um, Reasonable hand, we're basically going to come out with 2 Kiln Fiends, and then I'm going to drop the Krinkos, and then have the Titanic Growth as a backup, as well as the Hunt of the Week. So everything in our hand right now has good synergy. It all works together very well. So yeah, good hand. Mad Science only pulls out 1/1s and 2/2s. And we're basically going to stomp over it. It only has 4 win condition cards. The win condition cards basically says if the Mad Science deck mills itself, that's how it wins. So this is a super easy deck to play against. Milling is not a good strategy usually in Magic. It is possible. You can make some excellent mill decks, but they usually require some serious combinations to make happen. At least to make the deck consistent, that is. I'm going to go ahead and play... Well, I'm going to swing in first. Let's swing in first. And then we will see how the Mad Science blocks. Dual blocked it. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Titanic Growth the opposite one to make them take 7. Oh, 8. And kill both those creatures for the exchange. And that's how powerful the Kiln Fiends are. I mean, like, if you're playing correctly with these, they can get super tough, then. The correct play here, I could play the Krinkos, in which case that's going to make this a 4/2, and then they are going to block because that is just too much of their life total. And I could play this as well, but that doesn't do anything. It doesn't hit the life total. So what I'm going to do is play the Hunt of the Week, which is the correct play. It's going to get a counter on this creature, making it a 2/3, and then pumping it. Well, I guess it did it opposite. But it lets me get this 5 damage in. And if they don't play a creature of some form or some type of control against this Kiln Fiend, then they're dead this turn. So I'll be able to Titanic Growth it and get in there and deal all my damage, put smiles on my face. Yeah, Titanic Growth it is. Alright, booster. Maybe if I don't will it, I'll get it. Oh, there we go. We got it. We're happy. Alright, deck manager, and then we can go out of Innistrad because there are no other cards that we need for the red green that are in on Innistrad. So let's go up here. Bam. And throwing in the Charmbreaker Devil, and we're going to go ahead and get rid of this worm because it just hasn't done that much for us yet. I think out of the next cards that we're going to get rid of when we're looking through here, we're going to be looking at this Fire Cat, trying to get another turn 3 replacement for it. For that Fire Cat, I would almost rather run these because they attack each turn enable, and if I can get some more early game damage, then I can burn the board away from those and do pretty well. This seems to actually be doing really great for us. I expected to pull it by now, but it's doing pretty good. With these guys, I would almost rather run this wolf and have a 3/3 on turn 4 rather than this. You all have seen, like I said, this is so late game that 3 damage almost doesn't matter. I can almost run this in the place of it. The thing is you want to keep a good creature to other spell ratio. You really want the majority of your creatures, or majority of your deck to be creatures in this type of a deck. We just don't have good replacements yet. The other thing that I'm considering replacing is this guy, and it just kind of depends on what we pull, if we pull something good or not. Let's see if we got anything for green. I don't really remember if we got anything major. Yeah, nothing that I absolutely have to put in. Nope, let's continue on. And now we have opened up Theros. So, well, we've opened up Theros, but now I feel like we can play it. Alright, so jumping in here. We can go with the Hydra attack, or we can explore Theros. Let's go on the Hydra attack, see if we get lucky. The Hydra attack, as I remember, has a really good late game, so it's really contingent on a removal. Yeah, game, let's give me a hand with no lands. See how I do with that. Okay, this might be cool. Turn 2 Krinkos, turn 3 Elder of Laurels. I might actually get pretty far ahead as far as the number of creatures in play, and sort of be able to overwhelm them with just the Elder of Laurels. You know, I know I've been talking about the Charmbreaker Devils, but really Elder of Laurels can run your deck just as well. And if you're playing that green-white version that I was talking about at the very beginning, by all means, run the 2 Elder of Laurels, because that, along with the Seraph of the Masses, you know, is really good. If you just keep dropping creature after creature after creature, yeah, it's super good. If damage would be dealt to it, prevent the damage and remove that many counters. Okay, so if he swings in, we can block, because it would remove a counter, and then he's not going to get those counters until the end step, so he shouldn't, I don't believe he'll attack in here, unless he has some kind of boost. So we're going to go ahead and block with 1. Yeah, the creature should just die. Maybe he knows our plan of the Elder Laurels. Now, I would put the Elder Laurels out there right now, but really, I'm going to come in with one of these cats, and hopefully, I can just swing to his face with a 4. I doubt that's going to happen because he's playing a creature deck. I expect creatures to come down and everything. But still, if I can trade one of these 4 1s for, you know, a strong Hydra, by all means, I'm going to do it. Lands, Hydra. Now here's our first choice here. He has a Hydra, and usually you can see a Hydra is 1 in X or 2 in X or something like that. That's usually the casting cost on him. So we can assume from his lands he has 5 in play. He's probably going to drop 1 more land, in which case he'll be dropping 4 Hydras. And they're suggesting this, but I don't believe that yet. I believe what's most important is to bring out a stronger permanence, something that's already established. I could play this, but the thing is if he's bringing out 4/4s, and like let's say he brings out a 4/4, and then I don't know, like he has a way of, you know, doubling the counters on it or something like that, this thing's just going to automatically die. I think it's a little bit more important to probably go with the Primal Hunt Beast if we want to stay safe. And this is a choice. Do I want to be safe, or do I want to go aggro? Really, it's either one here. Let's do this, just a gamble, and, you know, we'll see how the decision pans out for us, really. Worst case scenario, we will try to cover our butts and place, you know, put down some more permanents and get that Elder Laurels working. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. I really doubt that that they don't have any creatures in hand with 5 cards. That doesn't make sense. I'm going to play the Elder Laurels right now, and that's because if they drop 1, I can +4/+4 next turn another creature, and then probably swing through for lethal. I have zero clue why this. Maybe they just don't want to attack. I don't know. What's happening here? Okay, I'm gonna assume that the game just wigged out on me. I have no clue in the world why they would not drop creatures or anything like that with 6 cards in hand. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so this is a good removal. This is a good turn 3. So we've got to consider that in our deck. For 5 mana, well, let's check out what we just got. And I guess I could have scrolled through that booster. But we need to look at our 5 spots. So let's look at green first. See if we got anything else cool in here. Okay, so we got this, and let's look at our upper end, like 5 casting cost. So it's a choice of keeping a 5/3 beast in, or a 4/5 that can become an 8/9. Yeah, it can become an 8/9, but it's going to require some more mana, and it has reach. So actually, this might be better. If you're taking the aggressive approach, this might be. But if you're going to play defensive and then try and make it offensive, this could be a better card. I'm not in love with it, so I'm not going to do it. Let's see what we got as far as red. Let's see. Anger of the Gods is very good. The thing is we're playing a creature deck, and I don't want to be playing, you know, putting Anger Gods in there and then be destroying our creatures when all we're trying to do is get some damage across the board. This is great. Actually, I feel like that's better than a Pitchburn Devils. So I might take out a Pitchburn Devils. It works better with some of our other things. Also, we haven't got a whole lot of value off the Volcanic Geyser yet. So let's go ahead and switch it out for the Volcanic Geyser. And then maybe I have some early game damage and some late game damage. It could work a little better. Now, overall, Volcanic Geyser is a better card, but generally speaking, you know, we're trying to kill people before turn 7, and this can only deal 5 damage if, you know, if we have 7 lands. And then on turn 3, this deals 3, and it lets us scry. So actually, I think the bolt fits better there. So let's put the bolt in. And that's it. We're going to keep going through Theros. We're going to wrap this video up now, and then I'll catch you in the next video.